Hi, this is Vamsi Gali. Welcome to my space where I share my real life experiences and reflections from building and running multiple businesses while actively investing in since my early 20s. This is my third year into a psychology degree. This is my second bachelor's degree. My first one was in computer science, information technology to be specific. In my 20s, I've struggled with people a lot in terms of understanding them, their decision making, especially. Like, why are they, making decisions in a certain way when to me it felt was like really absurd. It was a straight thing to make a decision, but yet they couldn't make a decision, right? In a way, I felt. So, the education journey that I am on right now has tremendously helped me with this problem because in my 20s, I couldn't see them in a bigger context. All I was trying to process is their decision making based on that particular, time. But I forgot about who they are, their mindsets, their belief systems, everything else. When I was now learning psychology, social psychology, cognitive psychology, so many aspects of human mind and brain and whatnot, now it helped me understand people make decisions not in vacuum or based on the time. They are making a decision based on a huge context, their upbringing, their cultural beliefs, their mindsets and whatnot. So this actually helped me finally understand other human beings around me, and it brought so much peace to me. I mean, absolutely. I no longer question people and judge people based on their decisions anymore. It's very peaceful for me. That is one of the most important things. I think one of the most important reasons why I keep going back to semester after semester, because let me be real, it is really hard going to school at this time of not because of my age, it's mainly because I am really, really busy with my life. Yet I am spending really quality time to get educated, especially into the psychology, which is really a fascinating education to go through. And the second thing is, I am not a student that just is coming out of high school, right? I am in my late 30s, full of experiences that I go through experiences every single day. So when I'm experiencing the learning, I'm also able to implement this learning not after a couple of years. I'm actually implementing a lot of these things on a daily basis, both in my business and my personal life. So that was like it's an exhilarating thing for me because I don't have to wait any more longer to apply this knowledge. I'm just doing it on everyday basis. And then the third most important thing I think has been for me is that it's the way I am now able to look at my whole life, because I am able to, I had to study human being, beginning in mother's womb as a cell up until the death. Unfortunately or fortunately, I have to go through that education. So it helps me to stay ahead of the curve, not wait a decade, 2 decades to understand what my body and mind needs, but I'm able to implement those things right now for me and my family as well. One example of that, which I've always talked about, is weightlifting. Why was I crazy about weightlifting? Because after a certain age, neurogenesis, that means new neurons being born in the brain, can only happen in hippocampus. I mean, only, always will happen in hippocampus, can only happen with weightlifting. Mostly nothing else, at least based on the evidence that I've been through. So I was obsessed. Since then, I was obsessed with weightlifting, not because I needed to become a weightlifter, because it is crucial for me as I am going to age into 60s and 70s. Yes, it's way ahead of the time, but that's what it takes to protect and preserve my health. So these are the most top 3 reasons why I keep going back to my campus semester after semester, and waking up until 1 a.m. sometimes to finish my homeworks and grinding through my exams and still not getting perfect A's or anything, settling with the B's. But I think the education at this at this point of my life, is no longer for grades or getting a degree. It's purely serving me to grow from inside out and also apply everything I am learning every single semester in my daily life. There you have my 2 cents on my learning. Thank you.